Hey folks, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Again, welcome to your channel, DEVNET Pro. Today, I will share my passing experience of Cisco Enterprise SD-WAN implementations. And the code is 300415. It's a Cisco specialist examinations. I will try to show you how I follow the process and what are the methods I have used. I will try to guide you all as well, right? So let's get started. So this is the achievement. This is the certificate you are also going to get very soon. So I have removed my credential and other part because my ID is associated with other large organizations. So that's what I have removed. So this is how the certificate would be when you are going to get this certificate after the examinations. So our goal is this certificate, right, for all of us. Now, before going to that, let's understand the process, what I recommend and what I also followed. That I'm going to explain you one by one, right? And I also recommend this thing. If you follow this, you will be. I hope it will be helpful for you also, right? So first thing is that whenever you are going to attend any examinations, so you might have some objective, right? So it should be you have interest on the subject. It should be you have interest on that particular technology, or it could be related to the project. Yeah, this project your upcoming could be your upcoming project, and this could be your running project, right? Or you have interest on this technology, right? So these two options could be your initiatives to start for the preparation or study for the examination, right? So once the interest grow, once you love this technology, or once you involve in this project, you want to gain more knowledge. So this is would be your initiative. Then first I do recommend, and I have also follow the clear the concept. And the concept, I believe the concept is everything, right? So first, don't jump into the hands-on options, right? In depth technology. But before that, I do recommend, I also followed the clear your concept, how this technology works and why it is required, right? How and why it should you should follow, right? First thing. So for clearing the concept, I do recommend the Cisco Live sessions, right? Initially, if you are starting this technology, you are interested in this technology, first go ahead with the Cisco Live all the sessions, through which you will get a genuine and very simple informative video or sessions over there, through which you can make clear your concept, right? How the technology is and what are the component, how it is work. So let's first clear your concept, right? It should be fast. Then I do recommend, and it should be also there, you must be a hands-on, or you must have a lab, right? If you are hands-on in the sense already you are working in a project where you are working with this technology, right? You have credential, you are logging in, you are working on that, or you have lab by your own, right? In your home, your personal lab, and you are do a configure on that. But so this thing is hands-on or lab. You are in, if you are involved in a project, or if you have the lab. So this is also, this should be also comes under your in between your process. But if it is not possible, everybody is not involved in hands-on the project, or everybody not having the lab, right? Then if it is not possible hands-on or lab, then it is recommended to be familiar with GUI, right? How the option is, and where the configuration option is, how it looks like, where is the options, everything, right? I will guide you without any hands-on project, without any lab. How do you be familiar each and every component of the SD-WAN, right? That I will guide you in this video. If you don't have the lab, or if you are not working any current project, right? You should be familiar. So this familiarity with GUI and the component of the SD-WAN, you should be familiar, right? Where the option is, and where what the thing is coming, right? How to configure, and what are the component over there. So this should be familiar. So once you are familiar with either hands-on or either other process that I am going to explain you, you must go with the familiar with the product, right? As it's a Cisco Viptela SD-WAN, it's a Cisco product nowadays. So you have to be familiar with that product, right? What is the familiar, like licensing part, compatibility part, dependency prerequisite part, right? Other product related all the things, right? What are the deployment method, where to deploy, what are the prerequisite, and how the product is work, and right, and what are the components. So product related you must be familiar, right? You must familiar because few question might come from the product related also, few questions, right? And yes, GUI, yes, GUI, from the GUI there might be, or it is expected few question could come, where is the which option, right? How do you configure, after that which option comes, likewise. So that's what I do recommend, and even I also followed. And then if you are familiar with the everything, right, technology, your concept is clear, you should be practice the question answer, right? Through online or through anywhere, there is multiple resource. If you search, you will get. So understand the how the question type and how the question pattern comes. Yes, I could tell you one thing, that is none of my colleagues, friends, or none of my students don't have any simulations questions as of now. So it's not that simulation might not come, but it could come any day, it could be changed. But as of now, simulation are not faced anybody, as per my understanding. So practice question is a multiple choice questions. All are multiple choice question. Yes, a few scenario based questions could come, right? The scenario, the topology they will show you, and the configuration part show you, and you have to choose the options. But it's not simulation, right? Most of the multiple choice questions. Yes, once you done the practice, the questions type, you understand, you are familiar with the question types, then it is I also follow these things, know the current exam process, right? Few day after exam process or the exam topics can be changed anytime. So before attending the exam, be confident and study on the exam process also, right? What are the topics might nowadays follows, how many questions come, likewise. Once you are confident, right, I would say you cannot say, you can say, but I think it's very difficult to say I am done with SD-WAN. You gain the confidence, right? It's very huge and very vast. So if you are very much confident and you are follow all this process, then I would recommend you can attend the exam. It's not very tough, right? It's I would say it's easier than your other CCNA exam previous. So yes, this is how I try to explain the process. If you follow, I'm confident that you will get a good result, right? And yes, the now question is that how many questions come, and what is the question overview, exam overview. Here I try to prepare one table that through which you can understand. Exam, as all you know, implementation examination, it is Cisco SD-WAN solutions, and the exam code is this, the name is this, and exam price is 300 USD definitely. Duration 90 minutes, right? As of now it is 90 minutes, and number of questions 55 to 65 question could come to your exam, right? But thing is that don't get panic with the number of questions, right? If number of the questions come more, right, if it is 64 or 65, so its probability is high to get it passed, right? The numbers are scattered, right, in every questions. So probability high, it's your number of questions get high. And yes, passing score is it's variable, right? It's not like that 750 is the passing mark, but it's vary from 750 to 850 more or less, right? And the thousands is the approx number of total number of question number, right? Now yes, recommended training is there in Cisco site. You can go ahead with that also. Yeah, multiple training was there. And exam registration, yes, the examination partner of Cisco is a Pearson VUE. From there you have to register, that I will explain. And exam price, I want to share you one thing, that is like 300 USD is the exam cost, and top of that the taxes is there, that is 54 for my case, 54, right? So 354 would be your total exam price including tax, and top of that if you are paying with the your personal credit card or any credit card, you are going to directly pay. In that case, the tax rate should be there, right? Forex interchange charges and taxes should be there, right? So keep in mind, it's not 300 USD plus tax plus forex charge, other charges. Yeah, so the Pearson will deduct you 354 including tax, and apart from this, other charges will be deducted from your credit card. For me, 64 questions came to me, right? Yeah. So next is, let me show you after sitting the exam how the temporary scoring report comes to you, through which you can understand it is your pass, it is passed or fail, right? So it is looks like this, right? I have hidden my picture and other details because, as I told you, right, it's confidential for me. Yes, so the candidate picture would be there, and this would be a preliminary examination report, where the candidate ID, Cisco ID, the registration ID, the testing site, date, everything would be mentioned, and in the bottom it will be mentioned the pass or fail, right? So it will be automatically come to you after the setting the completion of the exam, right? Now first going to score report, let me tell you one thing, that is the how the score is planned and how the topics, right, exam topics is planned. It is very important for you. So let's understand. And these are the 6 topics nowadays they are following, right, in Cisco examinations for this particular exam. So from here to here, right, 6. So few questions architecture level, 20% is being allocated as of now. For the controller deployment, 15%. For the router deployment, 20%. This is the major part. Policies, yes, this is also most major part, I would say. 20% they have allocated. Security and quality service, 15%, because you have inbuilt firewall, right? It's a zone-based firewall, IPS, IDS, IPS is there. So security part is there. That's what they have allocated as of now, 15% from your total marks, right? And management and operations, that they have allocated 10%. So this is how the topics they have designed now. It could be changed, as it is mentioned, guidelines below may change at any time without notice, right? It could be changed. That's what I show you in the process before sitting the exam. Follow this thing, know how the exam is going on nowadays, right? Yeah. So now if I elaborate the each 6 component, how it is been segregated. First, understand the part 1, that is architecture. Under the architecture, 20% of the numbers is allocated. These are the like orchestration plane, which are the control plane, management plane, T-log, what is T-log, IPsec. These are the they have planned like this way, right? From this topic, the question will come, I would say. Describe the SD-WAN platform and capabilities. Here, as I told you in the process, you must be familiar with the product also, right? Describe Cisco Cloud. Yes, a few questions might come to you also from the cloud on ramp or multi-cloud solutions. And then second, 15% they have allocated for the controller deployment. How the controller will deployment, what are the deployment method types, right? What are the prerequisite, all these things, right? Troubleshooting to establish the controller deployment, all this thing will come. Then router deployment in the sense that your VH deployment, branch is router, how you will deploy, how you will configure, all these things, as you can see. Now fourth part is policy. Under the policy, configure, how the policy configure, right? As I told you in the process also, that you have to be familiar with the configuration or GUI part. Few questions might come. that if you are configuring this policy, what are the option could be, these and this that you have to choose from there also. That's what I suggest, to be familiar with all the GUI options, right? Now second fifth one is come the security, right? As I told you, quality service, SIG tunnel, umbrella is there. As I told you, multiple Cisco security feature is there, right? AMP is there, right? IPS is there, revolve filtering is there, SSL TLS proxy is there, DNS security umbrella, there is a secure internet gateway, SIG tunnel, right? Apart from the SD-WAN tunnel, if you want to establish any other tunnel, it could be umbrella, it could be other third party. That is the one of the security feature. So under the QoS scheduling, shaping, marking, it is also very important, right? It is very important, I would say, for understanding and clear the concept. So please follow on that part also. Yeah. Now yes, management and operations, right? Management, you have to be familiar with that part also, right? The authentication part, monitoring part, from where you will get this report, right? So this is how they scattered, and they have explained all the topics. So, but before attending, please follow this thing. I will put the link. I will put the link in the description box. Please follow on that also. Yeah. Now this is my score report. It's not too good. It's not good, I would say. But I first here all the 6 topics, all they have explained. Here it is mentioned, right? So if you see the architecture part, I got 75%, right? Controller deployment 78%. I have very confident. I was very confident in architecture part, but I don't know. I got 75%, right? Controller deployment part I was confident, but I got 78%. Router deployment I was less confident, I would say, but I got the highest mark. It's because of questions. It might be the easy question come to me. On policy part I was confident, but yes, 75% I got. And security and quality of service I was less confident, but I got 89%, because question might come to me. It was easy for me. Yeah. Management and operations, yes, I got 83%. So this is how we will get a temporary or a preliminary score report, right, after the examinations, as I told you. Yeah. So I hope you will get more than that, right? It is expected. Yeah. Here I will explain one thing, that is this examination part, right? So here the exam I am talking about, or explaining you this examination, right? 300-415, the implementation of Cisco SD-WAN solution, right? It's enterprise. So this is concentrations examinations, right? So for CCNP, now all you know, right? Earlier the CCNP comes with 3 paper, routing, switching, and T-suite. Now it comes in the enterprise network, and only 1 paper, that is the core exam, and 1 concentration paper you have to choose from this list. Any one you have to choose from this list as a concentration paper or exam, to support your main exam, core exam, right? So to complete your CCNP, enterprise CCNP, right, it is mentioned enterprise CCNP, you pass 2 exam. You have to pass 2 exam, a core exam and an enterprise concentration exam. So core exam is the encore main exam, and supporting exam, I would say any of this come to you, or you can choose. I have chosen this thing, right? But as I already had this CCNP certified, still I was interested. That's what I choose this thing. Yeah. And for the security, here the core exam is the 350 and 700. This is the core exam, and support exam you have to concentration exam. You have to choose from this list, right? Any examination could be. Email security could come to you. Like I have the Cisco Identity Service Engine exam. I feel it was little tough for me. I have this paper. Apart from this, other paper is also there. As per your interest, as per your choice, you can choose any paper, but this paper must be there, right? And yes, for this SD-WAN examination, there is no prerequisite. Even nowadays, CCNP paper, there is no prerequisite, but you must have 3 to 4 years experience, right? Along with this, you have to attend these 2 exams. Then only you will be CCNP in security or CCNP enterprise certified, right? And this CCNP will be your gateway of your CCI exam, right? Hope it is informative, right? Yes, as of now, this much. Now, as I promise you, I will show you few things apart from this exam topics, exam sharing. So let me show you. Yes, as I told you, if you are not involved in any project, if you are if you don't have any lab in your home, in your examination center, training center, right? It's not examination center, pardon me. So training center, then what you will do? You must be familiar with the options, right? There is option in the Cisco. It's a Cisco DevNet. If you see the URL, right? Sandbox SD-WAN cisco.com. This is the URL from where you will get an emulator through which you will get each and every option, right? It's similar kind of lab, I would say. From here you can see everything, configurations, devices. If you click on all the devices will show you. Here the controller will show you how many controller is there, policies, if you want to configure the policy, right? Here this is how Snap might come in your questions regarding the policy. What are the centralized, localized policy related to policy? So you must be familiar with that also, right? Yes, everything will get from here. Apart from these tools, yes, from the tool you can get everything. Software repository, if you want to push pull the iOS, from here you will get the options. And yes, setting, please be familiar with the setting part. Question could come from here also, right? How do you enable the NTP? How do you cloud on ramp? How do you enable from this this part? How do you enable the VMont IP address or URL and port number, right? And how do you from which option you will get the PNP connection synchronized type from here? So from this this emulator, I would say, or from the lab kind of thing, you will get all the options, right? The URL I will paste in comment box, right? Description box. You can practice from there also, right? Everything would be there. Everything. It's very much real. It's a real, you can say. Yes, VWAN, BSmart. You can also log in. You can see everything, right? You can go to the real time, all right, the same as it is, right? Yes, you can get the troubleshooting, right? From there you can get the control connection, how the control connection gets established. It is very much real, right? So if you don't have the lab, if you are not working in a current project, you don't have the reach of the devices, then this is the best option for you. You will get everything from you. Apart from this, another option is there, that is Cisco Dcloud. From there you will get the full lab access, but you have to register over there. You have to log in with your credential, right? Hope it is informative, right? I will paste all the URL in the description box. Please follow, practice, do study. It will be good for you. Yeah. And apart from this examination type, after the COVID exam, you can attend your exam from your home also, right? But for that you have to register online and multiple process you have to go through, right? If you want to schedule, I just want to show you. Yes, as I told you, Pearson View is the examination partner of Cisco. They will conduct these examinations and everything they will take care, right? So if you want to attend the examination from your home, right, so you have to go through this process. You have to download one thing and run your system system test. You have to test your system, how it is, or the performance is what are the multiple things there, right? Everything cannot explain. So yes, the choose you have to choose the your space. It should be they will tell you, right, that the space should be calm and quiet, right? Background noise should not be there. Other things would be there. And yes, identity card is very important. It is required. Like for Indian citizen, it could be any government ID proof. You have to submit. You have to show there. One coordinator will come over the video call if you are attending or online, right? And if you are attending through the any Promatic center from the any Pearson View center, that is also can be done. So if your system is not that much good, your internet bandwidth is not that much good, then I would recommend go to the center. Yeah. So hope it is informative. If you I expect that you are also going to attend, you are also going to get a good result, right? Thanks for your time. Thank you everybody.